I read a self-help book that says speak English every day. Sounds easy, right? But in real life, not so easy.
Because of pressure? That's pressure, right? Like the heavy feeling you must do well or people will laugh.
Yeah, I feel pressure when people are around. My brain goes blank. My mouth doesn't move.
That's normal. Many people feel the same.
And when I do speak, I feel shame. Like, what if I sound strange? What if I say it wrong?
Shame is heavy. It stops people from trying.
I want to try. I really do.
I have an idea. It sounds funny, but it helps.
Okay, tell me.
Talk to your friend's puppy, practice with the dog.
Huh? You want me to speak English to a dog?
Yes, puppies never judge. They don't care if your English is bad.
They really don't care, huh?
No pressure, no shame, just fun in words.
That sounds safe.
It is. You can say the same thing 10 times. Nobody laughs.
And I can make silly sounds too?
Yes. The dog loves your voice, even the weird parts.
I like this already. I can be myself.
And when your brain feels safe, it remembers better.
That's true. No pressure equals better memory.
And it becomes a habit, a happy one.
So I can play and talk. That's called practice too?
Of course, language is more than grammar.
I'm gonna try it with Max today.
Go for it. You and Max. No pressure, no shame.
Just joy and a lot of barking back. Okay, I want to try saying something to Max, like, for real.
Do it. Imagine he's right here.
Okay, come here, sweetie.
Oh, your voice went soft. That was sweet.
I felt silly, but I kind of liked it.
That's because there's no pressure. No one's judging you.
Yeah, just me, a sentence, and an imaginary dog.
And full attention. You said it with feeling.
That's weird. I usually freeze when I speak English.
That's why puppies are magic. They don't care if your grammar is wrong.
So, they give me attention. I give them treats.
That's the deal. Try this one. Who wants a treat?
Who wants a treat? Ha! I felt like a cartoon dad.
But did you notice? You said it with rhythm.
Yeah, like my mouth moved before my brain.
That's real speaking, not thinking too hard.
Okay, next level. Want to go for a walk?
Ooh, that one's fun. Put a little excitement in it.
Yeah, want to go for a walk?
Ha! Max would be at the door already.
If he were here, I'd be famous by now.
You're doing great. Now, final boss. Where are you hiding?
Where are you? Hiding?
Say it like you're playing hide and seek.
Where are you hiding? I know you stole my sock.
Ha! Look at you, Puppy Pro Max.
Did you just call me a puppy?
A talkative one, full of energy. I like it.
I swear if you say good boy, I'm switching tables.
Relax, puppy. You've got my full attention.
If I shout, go get the ball, is that enough?
Yeah, that's what people say when they want the dog to run and bring the ball back.
So it's like a game of fetch, right?
Yep, fetch means throw and get back.
And go get the ball is short and clear, makes the dog excited.
Right, you say it with energy. It tells the dog run.
Okay, Max, go get the ball.
Good. Now if he brings it back, you can say bring it here.
That's to ask him to return the toy, right?
Exactly. Bring it here means come back to me with that.
What if I throw something in the air and say catch it?
That's exactly when you say it. Catch it means you want the dog to jump and grab it in the air.
And I should say it fast and with a fun voice, right?
Yes, dogs react to tone. A quick, excited catch it makes them jump.
Next time I'll toss a soft toy.
Just don't throw your sandwich again.
One more thing. What about where's your toy?
That's a playful question. You ask it when the toy is hidden or missing.
Like, it helps the dog look around, right?
Exactly. It trains the dog to recognize toy and search for it.
I bet if I say catch it, to you, you'd just blink.
Me? Please, I'd jump higher than Max.
Huh. Then next time, I'll bring a toy just for you.
Make sure it's not pink and sparkly, or I'll throw it at your face.
Haha. So if the puppy's stuck at the first step, I should say you can do it.
Ha! Say "atta girl" next time, or I'll bite you.
Okay. So if the puppy looks scared, should I say you can do it?
Yes, that's how you encourage it.
Encourage?
Yes. Encourage means you help someone feel strong and try again.
Oh, so I just smile, say you can do it, and wait?
Yes, and use your happy voice. That helps a lot.
What if it fails? Like tries to jump but falls?
Then say "good try." It means you did your best.
So, good try is not bad news?
No, it still encourages the dog to try again.
Okay, let me try. Attaboy Max.
Nice, but say "atta girl" when it's a girl.
Or just say attapup, huh?
That's not even a real word, Will.
It is now. I just made English better.
That's how you make them feel proud.
And if he looks scared again?
Say "it's okay, don't be scared."
Like this? It's okay, buddy, I'm here.
Yes, that's soft and kind.
Maybe I need someone to say that to me too.
Don't worry, next time you panic, I'll say "attapup."
No, that's emotional damage. What if the puppy steals my sandwich?
Then say "you little troublemaker."
Oh, wow, sounds angry but sweet at the same time.
That's the point. We act serious, but we're smiling inside.
What if I find my shoe all chewed up?
Easy, just ask, "who ate my shoe?"
That's funny. The shoe's gone and I'm still polite.
Because we're not mad, we're just teasing.
And if the puppy looks at me with that sad face?
Say, "don't give me that look."
Like I'm trying to stay strong, but I'm melting inside.
Yup, it's a battle between love and a chewed sock.
Okay, what if the puppy rolls over and sneezes at nothing?
Say, "you're such a goofball."
Goofball? That's the new word here?
Goofball means someone silly in a funny, cute way.
Got it. Like me when I wave at the wrong person.
Exactly. Or when you laugh alone at your phone.
So now we have troublemaker, shoe thief, goofball.
That's a perfect puppy resume.
Honestly, I think Jane's the real goofball here.
What? I'm the smart one.
Sure, goofball, sure.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Ha! Because it is. If who's a good boy?
That's Max. Always Max. He loves hearing that.
Yeah, he sits up straighter like, yes, it's me. If Max jumped over that big chair, what would you say?
You did it! That's the best line for a big moment.
Yeah, that would be a real, what's the word? Achievement?
Exactly. An achievement means doing something difficult or new.
So if Max learns to high five, that's an achievement too.
Totally. I'd say, "good job, buddy." He loves that one.
If I rolled over like Max, would you cheer for me too?
Only if you wag your tail.
I don't have a tail, but I have spirit.
That counts. Who's a good boy?
Me, I brought the coffee and didn't spill a drop.
Big achievement right there.
So achievement is not just for dogs?
Nope. It's for anyone who tries hard and succeeds.
I like that. If I say these phrases every day, I get better at English too.
See, that's your achievement. You're learning while having fun.
And Max just wants the treat.
He gets a treat. You get better English. Win-win.
Next time, I want praise too, like, good job, Will.
Then go jump over that chair. I dare you. Let's go outside.
Are we still pretending there's a dog here?
Yeah, if you say it gently, it sounds nice.
Like, let's go outside with the smile?
Exactly. It's a gentle way to give a command, not too strong.
Then what if I said, time for bed, little one?
Oh, that's perfect, sweet and soft.
Even if I said it to you?
Then I throw a pillow at you.
So not gentle at all.
Easy, easy.
I like that one. You say it when the dog gets too excited, right?
Yep, say it twice, slower the second time. The tone is everything. Calm voice equals calm puppy.
I should try these on my little cousin.
He's not a dog, Will.
Still works. He barks sometimes. You know what? When I get home and talk to Max like this, it'll actually be fun.
Right? It feels like playing, not studying.
And the pressure will be gone.
When you talk to Max later, you won't worry about mistakes.
Plus, I get to repeat words again and again.
That's how the brain remembers. Gentle repetition without stress.
Later, I can try harder sentences like, run through the circle and back to the garden.
Yes, that adds verbs, grammar, and longer patterns.
And Max never judges my grammar.
He'll be the best English partner ever.